Well, President Trump now saying that he identifies as a non-denominational Christian. We're going to get into all the details of what he said, and we're going to go into a few other things as well. Before I jump into any of that, though, guys, I got to give a special shout out here to Heriberto, who recently became a $5 patron, helping to support the channel here. Thank you so much, Heriberto. And guys, for those of you watching me, if you would like to help support my ministry, you can do so as well. Patreon.com/conservative-truth. That link in the description also gets you access to over 25 exclusive podcasts where I talk more about sensitive information. You get the alerts for anything that goes out on Patreon, unlike YouTube, where you won't be notified of all the videos that I put out, even if you have that bell selected, because YouTube doesn't like me, but I know you guys like me. So when you get done watching me here, browse back, check what you've missed. Please like this video, share it, hit the bell, subscribe, and I wear the glasses because I'm blind. Now, a recent interview done with religious news services talked to President Trump, and they wanted to know about his faith. Basically, where do you stand right now? And Trump responding in a written statement saying that he now identifies himself as a non-denominational Christian. This is, of course, quite a departure, being as though Trump was originally a Presbyterian. He even talked about in the interview that he was confirmed in a Presbyterian church, and he always kind of identified in that way. But up until recently, all of that began to change. Now, we know that Trump has had tremendous, spiritual leaders throughout his entire time as president. He has had all of these pastors, evangelicals, everybody around the world that are a part of his advisory board. This man, I believe, and I can never remember another president getting as much prayer as this one has. There's also the reports about all of the Bible studies that were being held at the White House. This is a man that before, he even decided to run, but even, hinted that if he did, that he would be the biggest representative for Christians in the White House as president. And look at where we are now. He has definitely fulfilled that. He has definitely done more to fight for Christians and really just religious liberty in general. And I think he has done an excellent job of that. So now the fact that he's coming out and saying that he's now identifying himself as a non-denominational Christian, we know that it's somewhere along the line, and it's been reported by other outlets as well, in the last couple of years, this man has become born again. He has, in fact, accepted Christ as Savior. Now, before I get inundated with hate comments down below, I know what you guys are going to say. For those of you that don't like Trump, you're going to say, well, he still uses bad language. He uses profanity. He's vulgar. He's not very presidential. All the stuff that you would normally say. Being a born-again believer does not mean that you are perfect, okay? It does not. It doesn't mean that any of us are perfect. Just because somebody accepts Christ as Savior, it doesn't mean that next day they go out and they get their certificate saying that they're now a pastor and they're not a perfect person. We know that is not what a relationship with Christ is all about. Trump is not a pastor. He's not your daddy, okay? He's the president of the United States. He's somebody that champions life, that champions religious liberty. And believe me, if there was somebody else in the White House right now that was not this man, they wouldn't be doing the same thing for religious liberty, other than maybe Mike Pence. But as far as the Democrat goes, you can absolutely forget it, because they're going to do everything that they can to strip away your religious liberty. They don't even want you to have that. They want to eradicate God from this entire country altogether. So thank the Lord that we've had Trump there. And now the fact that he's coming out and saying he's a non-denominational Christian, I believe that the man has grown in his faith tremendously. Again, he's not going to be a perfect person, and he's not going to please everybody. And I know that this statement here, this video that I'm talking about here, is going to probably garner a lot of mixed reaction, as it normally does, whenever you're talking about the President of the United States. But I am very thankful that we have Trump here for as long as we're able to have him. God, hope he gets reelected. That's all I can say. A Joe Biden presidency would be an absolute disaster. For those of you maybe watching this video, it could be already after the election right now, and hopefully Trump is still there. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section here. Trump, the comments saying he's now a non-denominational Christian. Do you believe him? Do you believe he's just saying this? What do you think? Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back with more. You guys take care. Please be safe out there. God bless each and every single one of you, and I'll talk with you soon.